Hello, Jumbo fellow adventurers. It's Mike Dooley. Time for a spiritual tune-up on this Thursday. Hope you're having an awesome week. Thanks for all the waves, the stars, the hearts, the engagement. It really means a lot. Thanks for sharing these tune-ups with your friends. A lot of great questions are pouring in now. Thank you so much. I want to point out that many of your questions, or some of your questions, I answer actually on the spot, typing them my replies to you either in Instagram and or Facebook. Today's question: how to know when to go all in. Mike, I'm wanting to start a business. I've spent 2 years waiting for the perfect idea or inspiration. Should I just jump in with my current inspiration, even if it's not that aha idea just yet? All right, I got a good number of points to convey here. And I love this question, and I can relate to it so well. Not only did I have the same hesitation when I started as an entrepreneur, 30 odd years ago, but with each project I unveil every single year, it's kind of like, okay, do I go? Do I not go? Is it right? Is it not right? Here is what I've learned. First off, there is no shame in waiting. Okay. If you wait 2 years, but you get to that place of confidence, or if you wait 12 years, get to that place of confidence, it'll be worth the wait. Don't rush into it. Don't forego the preparation, the studying, etc. Don't think that there's something wrong with you because you haven't pulled the trigger yet. But having said that, there is nothing that will give you more clarity than finally getting started. A note from the universe once said something to the effect of, most really great big ideas, really big sexy ideas, never appear as big sexy ideas. They appear as little tiny ho-hum, let me floss first kind of ideas. Because those ideas, once acted upon, bring about clarity you could not have had any other way. So, I'm not giving you the perfect answer. I'm not saying wait. I'm not saying go. There's room for both. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be frustrated. If you haven't started yet and it's been a couple of years or a couple of decades, probably you had other priorities you were taking care of, and important work was being done to create a foundation for you to blast off from. Now, I still have a good number of more ideas for you. So let me go there first. As I often share with people, the importance of taking action. Very often, they don't even know if they want to start a business. They have no idea what might come next. And they're waiting for their passion, their bliss, their purpose, their niche. The advice I facetiously give is to assess your sucky options. Because that's where I was 20 years ago, liquidated the t-shirt business. Do I start sending out motivation and becoming a speaker? Assess your sucky options. Maybe they're better than sucky, okay? But generally, you're not asking this question if you have the yellow brick road in front of you, and pretty much nobody has the yellow brick road in front of them if they're starting out anew. Maybe you're different. So assess your not so glamorous options. Choose the least sucky, or the least 3 sucky. Give yourself a deadline, 48 hours, and go. And I mean this with all sincerity. Do it. Just go. But think not that you must follow conventional wisdom and burn your bridges and tell your friends and be held accountable and go down in a ball of flames. You don't need to be so dramatic. You don't need to be so heroic. There's so much wiggle room in the universe. Keep your day job. See it as a temporary stepping stone. Ease into what it is you think you want to do. Do it in the evenings at first. Do it on the weekends at first. Is that difficult? Yeah, it's hard as hell because you're spread so thin. You've got a day job, you got a night job, you got kids to feed or whatever. But that's the alternative that you do have, as opposed to just burning your bridges and going all in. Look, that's for soap operas, okay? And soap operas are not reality. You can ease into it to the degree that you have comfort, to the degree that it makes sense, and You can ease into 2, 3, or 7 different things at one time. Dabble here, dabble there, research. Don't be waiting for the perfect idea, and don't be lazy. Do your research. And once you've narrowed down your options and you see the least sucky, start going there. Dabble, play, tweak, tuck, nip, go. Withdraw, go again, and let it be less harrowing for you. You will find immediately, as I did when I started writing and speaking and circulating my accountant's resume, made me really sick. The clarity was like crazy. I loved the writing. I hated the speaking, but I knew that I could do something with it. And I decided then and there, after circulating my CPA resume for 2 months, that's not who I'm going to be going forward. That clarity on 3 fronts never would have come if I didn't do anything. And here's the other really, really important piece of advice I have for you that contradicts most mainstream advice. Do not think that you need to pin the tail on the donkey and declare what you're going to do. I'm going to be a writer. I'm going to open a shoe repair store. I'm going to open a whatever travel agency. And think that you're now committed and that's what you have to do. No, there's so much wiggle room. Okay, so leave the door open. I never said I'm going to be a writer. I often said I'm going to write a book, but I never said I'm going to be a writer. I never said I'm going to be a speaker. I never said I'm going to be a webmaster. I never said I'm going to do those things, but I did all of those things, but was always open to new ideas. And that's the point. Be open to new ideas. As you go down a certain path, clarity is coming, and you're going to want to double it up or you're going to want to tone it down. You're going to want to bear left or you're going to want to bear right. You might want to regroup and rethink. All of that's good. All of that is empowering. So once you pick your 2, 3, or 7, or 1 things to start moonlighting and doing a little bit here, a little bit there, keep the door open for other possibilities. I talk about don't mess with the cursed house. Don't worry about how your dream of joy, abundance, friends, and creative fulfillment is going to come to pass. Work on different possibilities. Toss that all to the universe. Let the universe hit the home run for you. It will if you're pitching the ball. You're on the same team in this baseball analogy. You pitch to the universe who's on your team, and the universe hits the home run. And if you only throw 1 ball, this book must be a bestseller. Clunk. Now you're waiting, and you'll wait forever, and you'll self-doubt and self-loathe. Just get a lot of irons in the fire, and you're going to see, you're going to have so much clarity that very quickly you're going to only have 2 irons in the fire, and then you're only going to have 1 iron in the fire, and then you're going to be on fire, and you're going to know what you want to do, and one day you're going to wake up, and you're going to be like, damn, I'm living the life of my freaking dreams. How did I get here? I started out selling t-shirts. I started out as a CPA, debits and credits, then selling t-shirts on a sidewalk, then sending out free emails, then giving little talks at Toastmasters, then becoming the scribe for the universe. Notes from the Universe came way after all of those starts, and those starts made it possible. Then I'm on world tours. Then I've got New York Times bestsellers and umpteen other books. It's just like, how did this happen with my little baby mortal steps? It's like, I got going. No shame in waiting. You don't have to jump into it. Don't jump into it unless you have that inner sense of, let me see how far I can take this, down this path before another path shows up. Okay, let it be easy. You're loved and adored. All things are possible. Be there fully in your life with every single thing you do, including those things you're tepid on, until something more exciting comes along. And stoke the fire to help make something else come along. All right, thanks for all the great questions. More good questions coming. Check back on the questions you posted yesterday. Some of them have just been answered this morning by text. I'm going to go and answer a few more that are not so applicable to the mainstream. So I didn't save them for talking points this week. And of course, please ask more questions below, Facebook or Instagram. What questions you ask today could be my talking point tomorrow or the next week. All right, taliho amigo, hasta la pronto. Hello, Winnie, Keith, Chris. Oh, I love seeing these names that I've seen before. Barbara, number 1, Debbie, and then an Instagram, Tamatha, what a pretty name. Animal Reiki Lady, Thanks for being there all the time. So many of you, I get to know your names. You're in my thoughts, in my prayers. Hasta la pronto.